Hey guys, it's Michael, and today, if you couldn't guess from the hair or the video title, I'm going to be making a Harley Quinn hammer for your next cosplay, or maybe you're going to a costume party for Halloween. This will be the perfect addition, and it will give you that extra little bit of flair that everyone will love. So this one, I tossed together a couple days ago in about 30 minutes from stuff I found in my garage. So not only is it quick, but it's also cheap. This is basically free, and you probably have most of the supplies in your garage already. So I'm going to show you how to take them all and turn it into this, and then in another video I'm going to show you how to decorate it, because you really don't want to show up to a con with cardboard and duct tape and PVC pipe. But maybe you do, maybe you want to be a minimalist. But I'm going to show you how to make it today, and then next week I will show you how to decorate it. Let's get started.
For this project you're going to need a few items. A large piece of cardboard and a long piece of PVC pipe are a must. To go with the PVC pipe you're going to need a PVC pipe end cap and some PVC cutters to cut the PVC pipe. You're also going to need a tape measure and a pencil, and then duct tape, scissors, and X-Acto blade. And then, so you don't cut your table, please put down a cutting mat, because I don't want you to ruin your table over this project. So the first step of your project is to measure your cardboard. I measured mine to be 18 inches wide by 29 inches long, and that worked for this project, but in the future I may want to make it longer because I want to have a bigger hammerhead. Go ahead and cut this out. It won't take too long, but please do not cut yourself, because that's not a happy thing to do. Don't cut yourself. Once you actually cut the cardboard out, you're going to take a rolling pin or a tube, and you're going to roll the cardboard into a curvy shape. So just keep rolling it until you have a desired curve, because that will help you to form the circle. The more you do this, the better your circle will be. Once your cardboard is nice and curvy, you're actually going to tape it into a tube. So start by taping the inside of one half, and then folding it back over and taping the inside of the other half. This is actually going to form your tube, which is going to act as your hammerhead. So just duct tape the outside as well, and then you're going to take that tube and trace it onto another big piece of cardboard, because these are going to act as the front and back caps to your hammer. So go ahead and cut these out. When I cut them out, I like to cut them a little bit bigger than the end cap, because I kind of mess up sometimes, and this just gives me a little bit of leeway and a little bit of wiggle room just in case I screw up something along the way. So now toss these discs aside and pull out your PVC pipe. I measured mine to be about 5 feet long because I'm a giant and I wanted one to be taller for me, but it doesn't have to be. So then you're just going to put the end cap on and move on to the next step. So take your baby little piece of PVC pipe, because it's a lot easier to manage, and you're actually going to trace out a hole of where you're going to cut into the hammerhead. I kind of messed up and I did this off frame, but just bear with me. You just cut out the hole until your PVC pipe fits snugly in it, and then you're going to feed it through and kind of measure out where it will come out on the other side. You want to make sure that it comes out right in the middle, because you don't want your hammer to be crooked, or you don't want your hammer to be lopsided. So just go ahead and cut this one out as well until your piece of PVC can fit through both sides perfectly. Now you're going to take one of your discs, and we're actually going to tape it to the bottom. Now, like I said, the disc is going to be a little bit big, so you just tape two sides that actually fit, and then you're able to cut off the excess, and you have no problems with that. So go ahead and trim off the excess like I'm doing here, and then tape it a couple more times on the side just to give it a little bit of stability while we're working with it later. Now take your long piece of PVC pipe and feed it through both of the holes until you reach the end cap. Your hammer is starting to take shape, but it's still very flimsy. So what you're going to want to do is take a few pieces of duct tape and duct tape the handle to the hammerhead. This is really easy to do, and you just have to do this a couple of times on the handle part, and then a few more times inside the hammerhead, just so the hammerhead doesn't slip around and bend out of shape on you. So when you're done with that, you're going to actually turn it on its side and get a bunch of newspapers. You're going to stuff this full of crumpled up newspapers. This will give it a little bit of weight, and it'll make it a little bit stronger. The next step is to actually tape on the bottom disc. Do this the exact same way we did with the top disc. So you're going to tape it, and then you're going to trim off the excess, and then you're going to tape it a couple more times just so it's a little bit stronger while we're working with it. Now once you finish taping these, you're going to actually keep the duct tape because you're going to be taping all the way around the hammerhead in a circle. But don't press down the overlapping tape yet, because what you're going to do is actually rip it into strips or cut it into strips, because that will allow it to lay flat on the hammerhead instead of a clumpy mess. So I went ahead here and I ripped it into a million little strips. They're about ½ inch to 1 inch thick, and you just keep going all the way around, and then once you finish with one side, you're going to flip the hammer over and you're going to do it to the other side. This is going to hold the sides of your hammer on really well so they don't fall off when you're using it. And that, believe it or not, is the last step to this project.
And now we have the final product of the Harley Quinn hammer that we made today. It's not the final product, that will happen next week, but what we made this week was the base of it. So we have a hammer looking thing. It looks exactly like a giant hammer that Harley Quinn would swing around and smash people's brains out with. And it's definitely pretty light. I didn't put as much newspaper in it as I did with this one, but it's really up to you. I jam-packed this one, so this one actually has some oomph if it hits something. But this one is a lot lighter, so this one's going to be a lot less of a hassle to carry around with you if you're walking around a con for a couple hours. But next week we will actually be decorating it to make it look more like the Harley Quinn hammer and less like a box duct taped to a pole. But stay tuned for that. If you like the video, please like, which is over here or over here. I don't know where YouTube puts it now. Also subscribe if you want to see the next piece of the tutorial or any other tutorials I might make in the future. Thanks for watching. Bye.